It's 7:32. We have an update for you this morning. Now, we've been telling you about a structure fire they were working on starting around 5 a.m. there on 0th Street in Fort Smith. Well, that scene has been cleared now.
Yeah, officials say a cause is yet to be determined, but our photojournalist Luke Patrick out on the scene, and he actually just sent a text saying people who saw the fire said it was pretty big, and they were even rerouting people around the scene of that fire on 0th Street.
But as of right now, that scene has been cleared. So if you have to travel that way heading to work or to school, you should be good to go. All right, in other news this morning, a person is dead, multiple injured after a bus crash carrying an Iowa Community College baseball team.
The team was heading to a game against North Arkansas College in Harrison. It happened just after 11 in Calhoun County, Iowa on Wednesday. Iowa State Patrol said the Iowa Lakes Community College bus went off the road and overturned in the ditch. The cause of the crash still undetermined at this time, and the investigation is ongoing.
Any kind of mobile data, anything with the bus that they can maybe extract from there. If there's any kind of technology, they can maybe look at vehicle speeds. If there was any kind of, like I said, medical emergency, we don't know at this time, so that's just part of the investigation.
The Northwest Arkansas College posted a statement on Facebook saying, in part, quote, "We ask our entire community to please lift up everyone involved, their families, and the entire Iowa Lakes community in prayer during this difficult time." Well, Canadian authorities are identifying the person suspected of killing 8 people in Tuesday's shooting in British Columbia. We first brought you this story and showed you video of the scene yesterday.
Yeah, police say 18-year-old Jessie Van Ruthseller began by killing her mother and 11-year-old stepbrother before heading to a school there in Tumbler Ridge, killing 6 more people, including 5 children. Police say Ruthseller was found dead from an apparent self-inflicted wound. Police report a history of police visits to the family's home to check on their mental health. And at a hearing at the U.S. Capitol, Attorney General Pam Bondi faced scrutiny over Capitol Hill, all over recent release of the Epstein files.
Survivors dressed in white T-shirts demanded answers after documents were released that included names of victims who wanted to remain anonymous. But she would not apologize for the release of the Epstein files that included those survivors' names. She opted not to answer many questions, including those about President Trump's past ties with Epstein. The hearing comes as more public figures face scrutiny over communications with Epstein.
Well, airspace over El Paso now open after the FAA abruptly grounded all flights up to 18,000 feet. You remember we brought you the story yesterday as it was breaking. That was supposed to be originally shut down for 10 days.
Yeah, but they lifted it just after a few hours. The official explanation is a threat from Mexican cartel drones that have been neutralized. But we've learned that there's more to the explanation. Sources tell CBS News it stemmed from a dispute between the FAA and Pentagon over planned testing of a high-energy laser system, which was intended to take down drones. The temporary shutdown on Wednesday caused chaos at the Texas airport.
Medical evacuation flights were forced to divert to Las Cruces. All aviation operations were grounded, including emergency flights. This was a major and unnecessary disruption.
Investigators are now reviewing why the FAA issued that sudden restriction. Airlines, though, have updated travelers and issued waivers. In continuing coverage today, the League of Women Voters in Washington County is hosting a forum today to give voters easy access to candidate positions.
The candidates in the nonpartisan race for District 4 prosecuting attorney and the county judge Republican primary runoff are taking part. The organization's executive directors say that the forums are meant to keep voters empowered.
Another reason that it's really important to host these forums is typically people think of the March elections as a primary election, and our voter turnout can be typically really low compared to November general elections. But this March, candidates, there's really important races that will be decided on March 3rd.
You're taking a look at video from one of those events last night. The group will host several other forums for the March 3rd election date. Well, voters in Fayetteville will also be weighing in on a series of bond questions.
Yeah, one of those proposals will help build a more than $61 million aquatic park right there in the Lewis Park neighborhood. Supporters say it's a quality of life upgrade. These are renderings of what it would look like. Critics, though, worried about the price tag and even the location. Mayor Molly Ron says it's part of a long-term strategy.
This is such an opportunity to invest in projects that will pay dividends for literally decades to come in terms of infrastructure, quality of life amenities, things that will really set Fayetteville on the right path.
Now, bond question 8 is one of 9 that will be voted on in next month's election.
Well, a student-run company is now launching at the University of Arkansas, giving students the flexibility to choose how many hours they want to work.
Yeah, a lot of time they're so busy they don't have time, but they have a few hours here and there, right? The platform connects homeowners with those students. Let's check in with 5 News reporter Claire Everbach, who explains how it works. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Tiffany. This business is called Spare Hand Students. It offers 52 total services to homeowners, ranging from lawn care to dog walking. So definitely tasks that can only take a few short hours. And it's open to all college students, also offering help with moving, yard work, cleaning, and babysitting. There are 2 separate apps for your phone. One is for students and one is for homeowners, making it easy for them to connect. CEO and founder Zach Miller was a student at Texas A&M when he started the company. Since then, the platform has expanded to other parts of Texas and now Northwest Arkansas. So far, he says Spare Hand has helped 600,000 students find work, including students at the U of A, who say the app helps them balance schoolwork with part-time work.
I was very stressed at the beginning of the year, worried about I don't want to get a part-time job and work at 5 and then have to be stuck. When I have days I need to study and I have to also work, and then if I have to call off, I could get fired. But with Zach, we're able to, through this app, just pick up right away, pick up jobs.
A busy college student, to have enough money to do the things I want to do, to pay for housing, all that stuff, but then also not commit to a schedule where I can't uphold my curriculums and social life.
Founder Zach Miller says the app is still in its early stages here in Fayetteville, but he hopes to continue expanding and eventually make it available to high school students as well. Claire Everbach, 5 News.